You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, Rivers crisis. Reaction on Wike's recent declaration on Governor Fubara. The continuing political crisis in Rivers State has continued to generate reactions from political analysts across the country. This is because there is a peace signal in sight in the rift between the suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his estranged political godfather Nyesom Wike. Rivers State crisis appeared to be getting to an end, with the recent comment from the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike that he has no reach with suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara. However, Olajumoke Shakiru Victor, a political analyst, in an exclusive interview with Legit, reacted to Wike's comment that he was not fighting the suspended governor but people around him. There are bound to be reactions from people as regards the Rivers State matter, but at least that peace is coming is not too far again. Is something to really rejoice about, and of course, it's something that we need to call attention of to a lot of analysts and people, even within the space of Nigeria, because the issue of the crisis between Nyesom Wike and Governor Fubara resulted into the declaration of state of emergency by the president with the support of the National Assembly, leaving the two gladiator, quote and unquote, now the protege and his own leader. They became aloof, and there's nothing they could do because the governor is at loss, and those who are loyalists of the FCT minister today are at loss since the suspension of both democratic institutions, the executive and the legislative, in that order, in the state of emergency declaration, had taught both parties a serious lesson. I think they are learning from their mistakes, and for those who are arrogant among them, at least they've been asked, shown the way of humility, and by now we are now beginning to hear talks like peace, harmony, understanding, reconciliation, and the likes. And these are what are the things we want when it is happening within the purview of the leadership. The people will be able to enjoy them. Governance will not be disturbed or distracted. There won't be unnecessary, legal matters and things like that. And then the opposition too will be so constructive such that the one ruling will have to be focused and be on his or her toe to make sure that he delivered, and then he'll be able to get another ticket come another election. So from what has happened, we've been able to realize now that the River State crisis is appearing to be getting to an end. Of course, because of the recent comment by the FCT minister. And what the man said is so deep, because in the surface it's like as if Fubara is the end, but then deeply Fubara is just a means to reach an end. And openly now the FCT minister has spoken that he is not fighting Fubara as it were, but he's fighting some people who are around him. They are the one that are causing the issue. So Wike specifically said that he has no rift with the suspended governor. That it is those he was fighting, even those who are around him. That there are some people, maybe they are decided to be, you know, having effect on the government by proxy. You won't see them, but they are wielding a very strong influence. Probably Wike has seen these people, and that's why he said he's fighting them. But be it as it may, whatever fight you want to fight, it shouldn't be at the detriment of the soul of your state, because throughout that period the governor is not focused, and also the FCT minister kept on granting interviews and speaking here and there. And then also the president too is not having free day, because Rivers matter keep coming before him, and he must make sure that there is a lasting solution to it. And these are some of the things that really attracted public discourse on it. For example, the Ijaw people decided that as long as Fubara is their own, they will not allow any impeachment to take place, and if they insist on impeaching him, they will begin to bomb the pipeline. And to a large extent, it has nothing to do with Rivers State alone. That's the pipeline. It's a national asset, and it is the artery that is carrying the blood, the fuel of Nigeria's, mainstay economy. And if they begin to blow it and begin to cause problem, how will Nigeria be able to come out of the economic shambles that Nigeria is? This is very, very important. And I think to a large extent, that's what made the president to just wade in, because they want to, it means that they are going to carry their fight beyond the scope of Rivers State, and it's going to go to the federal, hereby the opposition will begin to condemn even the president, while the president is not the cause of the problem. So I think President even doesn't want to give such a room, even for such unnecessary accusation that will come from opposition. As a result of that, he nipped the matter in the head and quickly solve the whole scenario, the whole thing. So we also see that the action of these Ijaw people, that at least for once they bomb a pipeline, brought reaction. People will talk, and that's just the reality. But the joy of the whole scenario now is that at least peace is returning to Rivers State, and also very soon it is the belief that the governor will be reinstated. I think by the law, the sole administrator will spend 6 months. If the matter or the crisis have been resolved based on the discretion of the president, who has already appointed him to perform this very role, then he will know the next step to take. Very, very important. So there is need to a large extent for people to continue to talk over the issue in Rivers State. For example, some have never heard of state of emergency before, and now they are seeing it. And they could remember that they voted for a person who is the person of similar Fubara to be the governor. How come they are having an Akwa Ibom state man at the ends of affair of their state? These are some of the things that are calling for, major reasons for the discussion on the path of the crisis coming to an end. A lot of lives will have been lost concerning this thing, and we will be reading in the news, and a lot of resources also will have been squandered, wasted, even because of this unnecessary read between Wike and Fubara. And at the end of the day now, they are going to a round table in which both parties will have to have an agreement to work together. Why won't people talk about that one? Something that is affecting the nation to a large extent. So, but we want to believe that now that peace seems to be returning, the recommendation of the administrator will be such that the president will want to ask Fubara to return to office. We are hoping that day will come. You just continue to like, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to share. Thank you.